www.noodleworzch.com. My name is Ty, and on this video tutorial I'm going to show you how you can quickly create a database or a web database, or specifically MySQL database for your website. For those who are using WordPress, you could also follow on this video tutorial, because this is how you create a database that you're going to link up for your WordPress engine. So what you do is, I'm also assuming that you already have a domain and a web host set up for this. So domain is it's just the www.name.com, and web host is somehow packaged where you get to purchase your web domain. So if you don't have that yet, if you'd want to learn about that, you want to learn from start from scratch, there's a link in there, the description of this video, right at the bottom, and then you can go to our website and then you can check out some tutorials in there. But for now, what we're trying to create is a database. So what you do is log into your CPanel. Let me just show first here, www.deepbrain.com. This is the web server that we're going to be using now. So again, let's think of that you purchased, let's say your website is john.com. So that's your website. When you open that the first time, it's going to say in there welcome or site under maintenance. Of course, what you want to do is to delete all those, to change that with a web engine or a WordPress or whatever engine that you're using, HTML based, so that you can serve images and serve text files for that, so you could have a website. So what you do is, deepbrain.com, add something that says, or domain.com, add something that says CPanel. It's going to bring you to your control panel. Also, you might want to remember this. deepbrain.com or domain.com :2082 is basically the same code for CPanel. 2082 or CPanel is going to be the same. So username and password. The username and the password, this is the username and password that was emailed to you or provided to you by your web host. Upon purchase with a domain plus a server, then or a web host, you get to receive that by email. So do look up for that and type in your username and type in your password. Let me see if we can log in. Yes, we can. And there you go. It's gonna bring you up into a page that says welcome. Got home in there, you got log out right on top. Let's not mind all the other icons in there. Just look up straight for something that says databases. It's way in the middle. Sometimes you can't find that though. Sometimes it's arranged a little bit because you can drag that. So it's not arranged as this. So you just might want to look a little bit into that. And also it would look like that sometimes. It's hard to find if you just scroll down. So again, careful looking up for that, and it's going to be in there. You got MySQL databases, MySQL database wizard, PHP myadmin, remote MySQL. Domain is do first. We're gonna get into that further when you learn more about SQL. Check out some of the tutorials on our website for that. So for now, concentrate on this MySQL database wizard or MySQL databases. I don't use this much. Why? You can't do it manual. So you do it manual here. MySQL databases. Click on that. It's going to give you this. Take a look at the title on top. MySQL databases. Read on that if you wanna. If your first time of knowing what a MySQL database is, you got a video tutorial that you can watch too. So again, the database is sort of like a cabinet that stores all your tables. It when you create changes, add text, add images, all those are being coded into a database itself, and it creates tables so that it could serve that, routing all the information from the database itself. So what you want to do is to create one for that. WordPress also requires a database. So here it says create new database name, deepbrain.com. It's a prefix. If you have a different domain like John, you could also have that John underscore, something like that. So create database. Try to type in whatever database you'd want to. Sometimes it's of course a little better if you create a database name that's a little odd that you yourself would know. So for now, let's not think of that. Just type in something that says, let's say you're doing a tech blog. You say dbrain underscore tech blog, or you domain underscore tech blog. So again, create database. Click on that. It's pretty straightforward, really. So it says added the database dbrain underscore tech blog. Go back and look up for that. It says in there dbrain tech blog 0 for the size, and you don't have a user, so no one can use this. No one can add data into that. It's gonna stay at 0 MB. So how you do that? So look up for something that says add new user. Again, this is think of this as a tool or a machine. It stays in there, but no one is permitted to use that. So what you're gonna do is to create a permission or create someone, create a name that can use that legally. So add user, username dbrain underscore say user1 or whatever username you're using. And you are going to be required to create a password. Try to type in 1234 ABC. 1234 ABC. You could also use password generator. It's going to create a very unique password that you yourself is going to be having a hard time to remember. So I don't really use that because I can't keep much notes trying to write all those. So something that you can remember is whatever works best for you is okay. So again, what we're trying to do here now, we got a database already. You just got to create a user that would somehow be permitted to create changes on the database. So user one is that guy, and password is there already. Just click on create user. It's gonna make a user like with the name user one, dbrain underscore user one with password 1234 ABC. Go back and you have that. dbrain tech blog 0 MB. Delete database. Scroll down a little bit. You got users. dbrain user 1. You got delete. Now it's not enough like that. Why? Because this dbrain user is not linked up to create changes yet. It's existent. Database is existent. User is existent, but they're not linked up. They don't know each other yet. So what you do is to make them meet. So go to add user to database right here. Got user. If you got a lot of databases, you got a lot of users, you might want to click on the arrow to select from those. So user dbrain user one is the user, and database dbrain tech blog. So you just want to add the user to that database, and click on add. It's gonna give you a second, it's loading. There you go. Take a look at right on top. Manage user privileges. dbrain user one, dbrain tech blog. Why would you want to check all these? I suggest that you do. Why? Because you are the primary user. No one else can make all the changes except you. So you just click on all privileges. But if you got another user, let's say you got user one existing, and you might want to have somebody else to create changes on that. It says user two, and you just want him to create. You don't want him to delete. It's all up to you. So here again, if it's a primary user, all privileges should be given somehow. I click on make changes, and that user, username dbrain user one, was added to database tech blog, right? So they know each other. dbrain tech blog, which is the database, allowed somebody that's named user one to be making changes on him, right? So go back, and it's listed in there already. Here, database size users actions. This is the database. This is the size. Why is it staying on 0? Because you haven't added anything yet on a table. If you load WordPress, you link WordPress to this, and if you add some posts, add images, then this is gonna grow into a larger byte size, right? So again, 0 for now because nothing has been created. So database size 0. It's gonna supplement in the coming days if you make changes. You got user. It's in there already. So if you want to delete that, just simply click on X. Then actions delete database. So that's about it. you got a database, you got a user, then you can start creating or loading whatever engine that you would want to have. So how do you delete that in case you'd want to make changes? Simply go here on this part, click on delete database, and delete database in there. It's permanently deleted, and it's going to ask you to go back and look up. Right, I see that there are no databases associated with your account, but you got a user. What you gonna do with that user? So also delete that. So it's sort of like you're just cleaning that up and make it look like fresh and new. So you don't have databases anymore. Alright, so again, if you want to create a new one, just go back and create again. So that's how you create a user database, a database, MySQL database, and associate a user for that so you can make changes and add in privileges. Yeah, for more of video tutorials that we have about web, WordPress, and some others, you can check out our website. I'm going to show you here. There you go. Website is this, www.noodleworzch.com, and on YouTube, it's what was that? www.youtube.com/noodleworzch. Yeah, my name is Ty. Thanks for watching.